Alright, welcome everybody to another ScrimCast, this time casted by me, Menorcid, and my co-cast James Boak.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Excellent. So we're going to have a nice match here between West Coast Riders and Pandamonium. Looks like we're getting started here. Let's get this going. We have the gas station objective for this one.
With a north spawn.
And north spawn. What's your favorite spawn for this one, James?
Probably north. I know south spawn you can get some really aggressive attacks. I feel north gives you that opportunity to really spread, but also get there quick enough to shut down any big rotations by the defense.
It's a hard one for me. I can't. I don't know which one I like more. Like you said, the south attack can be really strong too. I think they have a better defense angle here. We should have some action pretty quick here as well, since there's one in the crash building here, just kind of hanging around the bottom story area. Most of the pandas have decided to attack from the north side, northwest side. Shots ring out towards white car. Reinhardt ducks around cover.
Kesney's going to get shot from the side here. Ooh, JT, good save.
Yeah. Teamwork right there. Calls it out. Let's see. We got one in burning for the defense. We got one in objective. One in the second story of hospital. We lost one at crash building. And the last guy is really pushed up here by the plane crash. Kind of peeking around the corner. Should find D. Baggins really soon here. That or Android or Reinhardt, who are all really close to him. He's in a pretty tough spot here. Reinhardt finds him before Speckhel could see him, takes him out.
It's a big pick.
Yeah, two people down for West Coast Riders. Shots go out on Stony and gas station. Turning out to be a pretty common spot nowadays for this objective. Android gets a nice pick on Stony. Kesney gets taken out at the same time there. Guess we won't be seeing a team kill this round.
Bracer needs to be adjusting to this threat.
Bracer's
He had the opportunity to shut down that cross from the plane, but he stayed too tucked in.
JT takes one-shot kills. This is not
Bracer's
looking
now
good for the
crashing.
defenders.
Reinhardt should execute here. There it is.
Nice clean match for Pandas here.
So we just have one death on the Panda side with Kesney going down to Bracer. Other than that, very clean.
Yeah, that was a convincing and quick win for the Pandas there. They just moved forward, taking them out as they went. Honestly, I think I'm coming around to that north attack. I think it's just a much better angle for the attackers versus the defenders, who really have to expose themselves to defend.
Yep. And you can really get control of that crash building really safely from there.
Yeah,
which we all know is incredibly powerful.
Right. Yeah, they only had one defender there, and there's so many people looking at that building because it's just so powerful. I'm almost starting to think that, you know, for the people in this building, this objective, that they should just kind of chill and defend the building itself, versus kind of looking out from the windows.
Definitely. I would either defend it or even just know that you've sacrificed it and hold a defensive line to the south of the plane fuselage. Stop them crossing from there. Don't expose yourself to crash. Because the problem is, if you go into crash building, you've removed yourself from the objective quite substantially. So your options for rotating are very limited.
Right, yeah, this is a tough one. Tough one to defend.
Indeed. Let's see if we get mirrored spawns. We do.
We do. All right. Here's West Coast's chance to show the Pandas how to really do it.
Break in.
No, JT, you watch the cross. Tag him. I want you moving up.
Reinhardt's
We have Pandas doing some last minute organization.
Sounds familiar. Yeah, Reinhardt's turning out to be a nice little battle commander. Calling the shots while Kesney's been gone.
That's awesome. Always good to have.
Pretty tight defense for the Pandas here, except for one player super far out on the west side here. Kind of in this weird
Interesting
back
spot.
building. I don't know
This
what
used to be quite a common spot. Can
Look
you?
at it.
Ooh, I didn't know you can get in there.
Yeah, you could get in. I didn't know you could stand on that crate though. That's crazy good. He gets Master Stunter from it. I never knew about that spot, and now I do.
That's a great shutdown spot for the west.
Are you taking notes?
I am taking notes of that spot. Thank you, Android. Thank you, Pandas.
There's always something to learn no matter what your skill level is, or MMR, or whatever you want to compare it to. This is kind of what we were talking about. These new teams will bring new ideas that no one really thought about.
There's an opportunity to rotate out of there back to objective fairly safely as well.
I like it, yeah. I got two Marsoc on the roof, old roof, I should say. The rest are far east, kind of trying to get a pick down the south line here, but not really seeing anybody.
Here comes shots on Bracer from hospital, it looks like.
Just calling out some people.
We're going to the big building over by you, Andrew.
Right, what are we looking like spread-wise? We've got a couple who've made it to the southeast, and we've got a couple who are in the crash building now. So they're trying to get that pincer movement onto objective. Hopefully they've identified Android pushed out to the west. Otherwise they're going to run into some trouble in the west coming up.
Watch second floor of that building.
He's calling them out in the crash building here. Took a shot, so they should have heard him. That he's kind of on their west side here. Meanwhile, hospital. Is that one shot? Are you shooting?
Oof. Good frag, Android.
Oh darn, I missed
Got Bracer
that one.
through the doorway.
Meanwhile, one shot is just shooting through the glass, trying to get anybody in that dark area of the hospital. Unfortunately, it does give his position away to the defenders in hospital proper.
And he's on the radio. Reinhardt's going to catch him out.
Reinhardt takes shots, finishes him out. This is down to Spec Hell. Last player, he's currently approaching hospital right now. Reinhardt definitely heard him.
Good call out, Reinhardt. That's something which teams probably should take note of. He didn't try and click his clicker or anything, he just called out. Very clear to everyone. And everyone should know where he is, because they all know where everyone else is playing. So now the team knows that's the last player. He's coming into hospital. We can work with that information. There should be follow-up call-outs, you know, really clarifying that it is the last player and calling on Android to move back from that position. He's no longer needed in the northwest. He is now moving, so maybe there has been additional information given.
I'm currently on Spec Hell right now. He's lagging. He's taking
Unfortunate
shots
thing
right
they've done here is if they'd reacted immediately to Reinhardt's call, with the additional information, they could have stopped Spec Hell from getting back across that street. They didn't, and he has managed to. Fortunately, they've, you know, for Panda, there's only a minute left, so it stops a big rotation. But if there'd been more time left, he could have had time to go on a massive rotation.
I'm confused what happened, because he took fire, and he was just kind of running the same line just straight away, and they didn't get him. And then
they mustn't have an accurate kill count. I don't know how they don't have an accurate kill count with everyone up.
Reinhardt's doing some more callouts here. He does take a bullet. Still up, though. They know exactly
now
where
Android
he
is reacting appropriately. Good. Good work. They got there in the end.
Like that, Pandas takes the round. Android shoots Reinhardt. No excuse there. You're not Kesney. You're not allowed to do that. That's against the rules.
All right, so that means we're moving to a new objective. We now have, looks like burning objective. Or no longer burning objective. Apparently the fire department decided to go to that building first.
Yeah, they did. I'm still
There's
calling
a
it burning,
dad
though.
joke there.
That's
I'm
how you-
allowed to. I'm officially a dad. That's fine.
I'll give you a pass. So this is still your favorite objective then, huh?
Or I don't know anymore. It's just what it used to be good at is I don't know, getting those caps. I just like those objectives where there's the opportunity to cap. So you've got burning, twins, and gas. They were really the capable ones. And tank courtyard, whereas that's changed quite a lot now. The center of the map is much easier to. You can watch it from hidden positions a bit more now. Maybe not so much for burning. I don't know. I need to reassess. I may have completely new lines I like now as well.
I need to play this map more.
Yeah, I used to be a central south runner, but it looks like that northwest is looking pretty good right about now.
Definitely a completely different map. It looks similar. It has similarities, but it is not the quarantine of old.
It is completely different. So much to clear. Oof. It's I think there's a bit more luck involved in this. If your defense gets lucky and happens to have the right positions covered, that's can work really well. However, as a defense, it's unlikely you can shut down all options of attack. So there just needs to be a little bit of luck involved, unfortunately.
Alrighty.
Also,
so,
communication and adjustment, always very important.
Right. I think we just need time to solve the map and get it to the same kind of familiarity that we're used to.
Indeed. I think there's going to be a few key attacking locations which become, meta or whatever you want to call it, common.
Crash building.
Crash building is shaping up to be that, but there may be methods of shutting that down, which mean that it's not as viable because there is a very open cross once you get out of crash building. So maybe if that can be shut down, then it might not become viable.
Everyone get eyes on
Right.
because everyone told that.
All right, so we had 2 players cross south. No one saw them, I think. And 3 players are going north. Nobody's defending crash building. They should be able to take it just fine, as well as the roof. I'm
interested in Reinhardt's line right here. I think the straight cross camera to hospital is potentially one of the best ways of attacking through to hospital. You can see from the angles.
Okay.
You can see from the angles they have that they can't really cover that unless Stoney is ready to peek up and over. But they've committed 3 people to hospital there.
Spec takes shots. He saw somebody on the roof. Not quite able to connect there. Android's trying to catch
the timing.
defenders rotating. Stoney takes out Reinhardt. I didn't catch that one. Stoney takes out JT as well. One shot finishes it. Bracer takes out Android Goat. Res is available, but they'll have to be careful on that one. This defense is holding strong against the Pandas. One shot kills is actually on the hospital roof, now kind of looking around, making sure there's nobody near post office or anything like that. Doesn't see anybody. They hear shots from the north. I think everyone's pretty aware of where the attack is going to be coming for today. Or this match, I mean.
Their west is quite weak right now. If Douche takes out Master Stunter, yep, that's correct. Then the only defender is really the one on objective. The others will not have eyes on him before he gets onto objective. Stoney is now rotating, which I think is a very sensible decision, seeing as they've picked a couple already in the south.
Chesney's going for a res. He does not crouch or prone, so he's just kind of running out there. He could get taken out if they look back up at roof.
I think the problem with that south push was they both crossed at the same time, and there was no cover during the cross, and that meant the reaction which had to come out occurred while still in the open.
Nice shot from D. Baggins, taking out somebody at the bottom of burning on the first floor. Had a really small shot window there. Spec Hell comes around the corner, refrags for his buddy there. Bracer has a res available there and should get res any moment now.
I don't know what Kesney's going to do here. There are no other friendlies alive for him to shoot, so...
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. That's tough.
Hmm. Soju! If you miss matches, make sure you sign up for the tournament coming up.
Kesney takes out Bracer. He is on objective.
He's on objective. Frag on him.
He hears
no, it's not
somebody
on him.
talking. He hears the breathing from the other player who checks his tablet.
Oh, Cap's coming. Cap could be on.
What are you doing? What are you
They
doing,
haven't
Kesney?
reacted. Why is he not capping?
Why you look so confused, Kesney?
Now's the
You
reaction
can cap
coming
from
in.
upstairs here, I think, though. So if he goes prone,
His mic is making a lot of noise.
I've noticed even mine is making a lot of noise. Whoa, that guy just teleported onto him. He knifes him. Yeah, that guy's Spec Hell's connection is a little spotty here. What are you doing? Does he not have a magazines for his gun, maybe? Because he's trying to grab crap. What
Has Kesney been learning from you how to cap, Mono? What's happening here?
Maybe he dropped his... Oh, yeah, he doesn't have ammo. And he's like, ah, fucking AK.
Does he have a tablet?
No, he dropped his tablet, I think. Look
Oh,
at that.
no.
See, this is what happened to me. See how he's trying to grab his tablet? And he can't? He keeps grabbing all this other crap? That's what happened to me. All right, another
Hopefully
player's
they
coming
actually...
in
So he's
here.
actually wanting them to react onto objective.
I don't think he knows he could cap from the roof there.
He's going to get shot here.
Oh,
There it is. Oh, well, if he hadn't dropped his tablet, if that is what occurred, that would have definitely been a cap. West Coast Riders got incredibly lucky there.
yeah. It's really unfortunate there. That was a really epic attack. And he defended the objective basically from the bulk players coming in one by one, checking it out. Like, what's going on here?
I'm sure there'll be some frustration in the tent there. Kesney did a really good job. I think they have a new tactic. Leave Kesney till last, as long as he has his tablet. No friendlies for him to kill, so the rest of the pandas at least get a chance to attack the objective, and then he can go in and finish up the scraps. They just left him a couple too many there. 5v1 was just a little bit too far for Kesney.
A little too much. So just learning moments there. West Coast did come out ahead, but as we kind of alluded to, they needed to react more quickly and decisively. When you know that that player is on objective, you need to react. You got to stop him, because even if there's more enemy players, he could cap and the round's over. It doesn't matter.
Yep. You needed to have... Master Stunter really needed to be watching that cross onto objective. It's the people if you only leave people on objective to cover the objective, if they get killed close quarters, it's too late. You can't react to it in time. You know, if that had been certain other people attacking, within 2.5 seconds after getting that kill on objective, it would have been a cap.
Absolutely, yeah.
Certainly less than 5 seconds, and there was at least half a minute given there.
But if it's just mono, you can go get an ice cream and then come back and...
Oh yeah,
I'll
just
have a
don't
chance.
worry.
Yeah. The round timer might end.
Yeah, with the 5-minute timer now, Mono just has pretty much lost his chance of being able to cap.
Yeah, so they really brought it down to 5 minutes to nerf me specifically. is what
Pretty
I'm going
much.
with.
But to be fair, it was 6 minutes for all of last season, Mono.
No comment.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
It's because we played the longer range maps, eh? You just
yeah, it wasn't my
couldn't
fault.
handle it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that I can shaft the blame on, I'm all game for that.
And that's the real reason why Mono doesn't want Suburbia, because he uses the time as an excuse. But if we actually played short range maps, I think it would even more highlight how slow he was.
Please God, no.
What do you think of the new Suburbia?
It's better than old Suburbia. I think that's kind of a controversial thought. Like, I think a lot of people miss the old bushes, but my God, I hated them. And I don't think I was alone there.
I wasn't a huge fan of the bushes, but what I more like on the new Suburbia is the opening up in the southeast. Just adds a little bit more variation to attacks. There's actually ability to attack through lane 4 wide now.
That's my
There's some
jam.
options
I
there.
love lane 4 now. That is a well-crafted lane, sir.
See, look at this. Mono's now jumping on the Suburbia lane 4 bandwagon.
It's not. I actually liked lane 4 the entire time. It's the only lane I like it because it was open. There was only one super cheese spot. It was just there was some interesting fights there.
All right, so we have West Coast not being very talkative for their attack.
What subjective is this?
Well, they had a long
Oh,
time
no.
to defend, so oh no. Oh no,
They've
sounds
got
like they
someone
were talking
saying,
the
what
tent.
objective is this?
Oh, Massa gets caught out in the open by Reinhardt in the first 10 seconds of the game. They
So
know
they
their
were
spawn
not
now,
ready
too.
for the objective. They were not ready for the spawn. They crossed late.
So what
Just
I
need to
imagine
work on that a
happening,
little bit. Easy thing to fix. Easy thing to fix, at least.
yeah, they were probably berating Kesney for like 2 minutes, while West Coast were just having a good time. What the? There is a weird wall above Big Rock that you can't fly the camera over.
Right, I'm trying to get a wide view on what's going on here. So it looks like we're getting a semi-north push, as well as one in the center, one in the south. Defensive-wise, a couple on objective, and then a couple in hospital. So their hospital is weaker than the hospital defense which West Coast had. West Coast had that extra person on ambulance, which meant that they could react to the footsteps to shoot the straight-on push, which was really powerful. I believe it was Stoney in that position.
That's an interesting idea, yeah.
Yeah, whereas that straight-on push with this defense would be very powerful for the attack, because you can't really react to it before they're right on the hospital.
Right. Just for anybody that's kind of wary of the hospital cross, I'm currently highlighting where Reinhardt could possibly be. He cannot see around the corner to see that close cross from going towards the hospital or the ambulance itself. You can only get that side view that looks towards the corner of the building over. Which it looks like West Coast Riders is aware of and it's using right now, as Bracer and Stoney have both pushed up to do this close cross.
Yeah, whereas the cross on the south used to be wide through Dunes. If anyone knows the old Q1, this is quite a big difference. The wide through Dunes cross is no longer really a viable cross. Certainly not early in the round, because you have to expect there's someone hidden in those stairwells, and you can't see it.
Not to mention people in that south building, they can hide behind the boxes and then pop out, or just have a nice position far tucked back and behind it, and it's kind of dark in there. So I think it's just kind of net negatives for the Marsoc attack going wide through the dunes.
Yeah, indeed. We are in agreement.
Meanwhile, on the north side, we do have a push. 2 players going far west, northwest right now. Looks like they're going to just go all the way around and try and attack from behind the objective, which might actually pay off for them here. They are taking their time, checking all the corners. They will need to speed this up a bit as they have 2 minutes left. And pretty soon, someone's going to have to make a move, and you want to be in sync.
That is definitely a big weakness to the defense right now, is that far west. Especially they don't make too much noise, but they needed to get there quicker, way quicker. They took too much time getting there.
Yeah, a lot of times go ahead.
If they were there where they are now, with 3 minutes remaining, I'd say they have a chance. With a minute and a half, don't think so.
Yeah, they need to start sprinting now. They're gonna just have to take it easy here. Looks kind of like West Coast Riders is just kind of scared to make that final push and like just commit. One player
Don't think
was
they've
kind of
gathered
looking through the
any
building.
intel on when defenders are.
Right. Yeah, and Stoney is going through, he was looking through the building, and then he's like, no, I'm gonna go through the underground here. He throws a smoke. If anyone was watching, that should give their position away. Kind of looks like he was trying to support that push by Bracer on the south side.
Reinhardt moved off his position. He would have picked Bracer on the cross.
Ooh, one shot
Interesting
takes
time
Kesney.
to move off it.
The West
I
has...
think we lost Kez.
They now know that West's there, therefore the person on the roof, Android, should be covering that cross from the west, which it looks like he is adjusting to.
Stony
Perfect.
takes D Baggins. Reinhardt takes out Stony. See who wins this train between Bracer and I think it was Reinhardt.
That's going to be telling. Though they've run out of time.
Ooh.
They've run out of time.
But he feels good that he won his trade one way or another.
Yeah.
We
The
could
Android, ooh, not a time to rotate off position necessarily. Oh, he doesn't know what's occurred in the south, so he does need to.
I don't think we're going to see a cap, and I don't think we're going to see a kill as JT is kind of hiding in there. Android is was near the roof there. Their attack was pretty good. They had a good idea. They just needed to speed it up, get into position quicker, and then move in together at the same time.
I think what killed them there was the lack of preparation in terms of not even knowing what objective it was in terms of some of the players, and also losing that person right off the start. Losing someone that early, you need to quickly just have it go through your mind. Right, okay, reassess. We got this. Let's go. Don't get all stuck and worried, and because that's, you just run out of time then. It's happened to us quite a few times where you get suppressed right at the start and you just sort of turtle in for too long.
Yeah, and you might end up dying. They know which way that you're coming from, but someone's got to do it, right? If you're going to advance, you got to make gains on your movement towards objective, taking out enemy players, and
if you feel like you're stuck, that's the time to use your utility. Don't
did
save
see
it
a
up.
little of that, but it wasn't really all that effective. The smoke wasn't covering the actual cross. And the cross looked like it did make it a cross okay when I had to jump somewhere else on the south side specifically. Unfortunately, they got seen on the west, or they shot. They did take someone out, but then they were known and they were kind of out in the open. But I think they had a really good framework to work there. They just needed to tweak it a bit, speed it up, and also be aware of the objective. It's a good start.
Speaking of objectives, we have the north objective, which is quite a different one. We've seen two which are quite, in that sort of southwest area. We're going to have one in the north. And we have the quick spawn. We have the crater spawn for attack. So there should be shots
This
on
one's
objective
so quick.
pretty much near the start.
Quick spawn.
We've seen some very aggressive plays from Pandamonium on the old quarantine. So let's see whether they do the same. It looks like they are.
Post up like on this rock or something.
No one on Volk has identified this. This is a mistake.
He's about to know now.
Now they have.
Take that accurate shot, Kesney. You don't have to keep moving.
No,
He was trying to take a walking headshot. JT gets taken out by
JT
Bracer.
decides to come out of cover instead of going to cover.
JT. Ooh, Reinhardt.
Ooh,
trade.
big pick by
Not
Reinhardt.
trade. He takes out one shot. Close. He is now
It's a
on their
massive
back line.
pick.
It is really dangerous to keep going that north wall when they know you're there, though. It's just so fraggable. There's nowhere to run.
Down on white car.
No, I'd push along it. You can get an angle on them they're not expecting.
Well,
As long as
hear
he
you,
should
like
go
Massey
quieter
could
here.
hear
He should
it.
go quieter here. Yeah.
And he was
doesn't
like
need a rush.
giving a call out. Meanwhile, it looks like he's going to be throwing the frags. Look at him
no,
try
he's
to
giving away
grab
his
this
position
frag.
with that smoke. Oh, is that one a frag?
Yes.
Oh,
it's
on the roof.
Ah, that's my kind of frag. Take that,
This is
roof.
why. No, Reinhardt, what are you doing? You had a great different angle on the defense. You could have gotten from behind. You would have been able to take out Specco.
In and out. That's how he gets taken out by Bracer. Res is available. But I think Kesney would have to cross in the open here to get him. Oh, maybe not. Try to be careful about how you talk about. Oop. Grab the right person. Ooh, Android takes out Master Stunner, but gets taken by Bracer in turn. Res is available on him. He did fall out into the little ravine there, so Res is available. D Baggins is close. Darn, I didn't catch it. Takes out Bracer.
All right.
Going for the res.
So pretty much the defense right now is pretty stuck out in the east. They can't really rotate back to objective, but they sort of need to.
They gotta. Someone could just go cap on semi. The only thing in their favor here is that they think there's still someone alive near the semi truck itself.
Now Reinhardt's going for the angle, which he potentially would have been better going for earlier. He should be able to see Stoney from there.
North, or far west.
Let's jump on him and see. He's currently objective focus here. He's popping out to look.
He's seen
I think
Stoney.
he sees him. Takes shots.
Hey, let's go for the cap.
Calls out Cap. He knows that there's 2 left. Well, 1 now.
Douche needs to go
Speckhelm-
prone here. If he goes prone, he's got this cap.
Got a guy down. I'm gonna get him.
This is a dangerous position for D. Beggins as he didn't res Android, or he's actually dead and it's just bugged. I don't know, because I think he got resed already. Stoney is going to be revived here. This is going to be a tough line for D. Beggins to take with the current situation.
I would have said Panda's had this, but I think they've given it away in the last. Douche will not be expecting 2 enemies in the same location. Or D. Baggins, sorry, I should not be using his full name on stream. Should probably
Right.
change that name. Big frag. Oh! Should have gone prone. Prone would have done it, I reckon.
Sorry
Probably
about
would've
that,
done it.
guys. Don't know how that got messed up. But I have fixed it now. Thank you, Wookie.
Seeing the stream off-centered, sorry, I should have picked up on that quicker.
That's all good. Let's unlock this as well. Push this over here. Should have just moved the group. That would have been better. No one saw that. It's all good.
That objective was Pandamoniums for the taking there. Just needed a little bit more specific communication, I think, in terms of where the defenders were when they were there. And then maybe not committing to the cap, especially when you're up 3-1. Unless you exactly know where the defenders are, then you can commit to a specific movement to the cap. You got a very quick succession, and Reinhardt and Kesney were taken out, with Android left bleeding out. And I'm not sure where JT died. He must have. Oh, he died right at the start. Trying to get a pick from Long.
I think he traded. But
No, JT got shot right at the start, out by the rock.
Oh, poor JT. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah. It was a good push by Pandas. Better luck next time, really.
Oh crap, we have casting royalty watching us as well.
Ooh.
Wookie's gonna be like, "That's terrible casting, James. Who are you?"
It's okay. You only have to bring your beautiful voice in for our viewers today. You can make fun of my camera skills all day long, though.
Oh, I'm just doing laps with my camera. Go north to south. See, okay, these guys are singing. They maybe shouldn't be after that last defense, the last attack. So we have the other quick spawn, the west quick spawn. So they're going to
Oh,
get quick
quick
control of Crash building. They're sending 3 through Crash, and they're sending 2 across the center of the map south, potentially going all the way east. We'll keep our eye on that.
We should have
Reinhardt's going to engage.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Bracer comes out on top there. Very nice. Let's see. Android takes out Stoney. There's one more player for him to engage with. Massive Stunning. He sees the cross, doesn't quite get him. Has that big PKM, so he has bullets for days.
Brace is going to have visuals on Kesney on the roof. He should be clearing roof first before looking to the north. This is where you can also get control of the wing and go up the wing and look down on a lot of stuff. That's, if I was in Brace's position, I'd be looking to move to that.
One shot has made it all the way across past APC here. He could get a nice angle on any people rotating.
It's going to be a big pincer attack here. This
Roof has been called.
This could turn the map.
Roof's been called out. It's not just one-shot kills now. Bracer takes out Android.
Dangerous rotation. I'm not sure what he was trying to achieve there. I know getting a different position is good, but I'm not sure if that new position would have given him any extra information.
So one shot took out JT. They did hear his gunfire, but they don't know exactly what went down there.
Douche is going to frag it.
Frag
Oh, he
goes
hits
out.
the... Good frag, good... Oh, it's a
Oh, no,
flash!
it's flash.
Oh, I thought it was
Doesn't
a...
quite make it. D-Bagans take out Spec Hell, but one shot gets that nice confirm. Rez is available. Unfortunately, he can't talk to his last friendly who is on roof to give him that information.
Kesney's in a good position, but also a dangerous position. It's good to cover the objective, or it used to be. That crack, the lack of the crack in the northwest could mean they could get on objective without him seeing. They can cap without him
if he
seeing
stays
now.
on that corner, yeah.
This used to be a good position with the old quarantine. With the new one, they can cap without any visual from the defender.
One shot
There you go. It comes out the
confirms
confirm.
D-Bagans, and now Kesney knows for sure that there wasn't just the trade. And he's got to defend all angles.
One shot should wait until his other attackers are in a... Oh, they pretty much are in a good position now. Then the refrag will be there.
Or you could just, like you said, go north wall right now. I mean, we kind of have bird's eye view here, but I'd say it's fairly safe to make that cross, especially if you go around right away. Throws a smoke, giving away his position. Kesney takes him out. Nice.
Stun to Embracer need to react to that immediately. They haven't. They might not have an accurate kill count.
No,
they're going to get lucky with the rotation. There it is.
Now we are up to a 3-3. It could be anyone's game. I don't think you saw last game, Wiki, but we had a 3-cast, and James was doing really nice expert analysis on the end of the round, just like Radar Head was.
What Mono's actually saying is James talked slightly less, and it was amazing.
But then the problem was you started talking more near the last map, so ugh.
Yeah, I got excited. It was Subway. I get excited about Subway. You all know that.
I do too. I hope we do see Subway, although I kind of feel like we won't. I think we're gonna see Cargo or Suburbia or both.
But first of all, we're gonna see a deciding round. West Coast Riders have come back. It was 3-1 up to Pandamonium. They gave away the attack, and then West Coast had a very solid attack on the same objective just then in the north, and comes up to the deciding round. Oh, and it's going to be a traditionally hard one. Attack on the east objective traditionally was very hard. It now has some more options. However, still is probably more defensible than some of the other objectives out there.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It was such a tough one to attack, but now it's definitely become easier and I think a little bit more balanced. I'm excited to see how they play this one out. If you're wondering, Kesney, now's the time to get a bunch of team kills. That'll make it interesting.
So far, we've only had one team kill this match, and it was not Kesney. It was Android.
Is Android the new Kesney?
I don't know, but he's still taking out the topping the leaderboard on Pandamonium for kills. It would be 8.
He didn't actually team kill.
Oh no,
you can't see it?
he team killed.
No, he saw it. There's no escape.
This is map 1, Mezzano.
We're getting a smoke and probably across to the south here. No one's in position to take shots on it, but no one... Oh, no, actually we did get a cross. He tried to sneak behind my camera. Calls out his cross. That's good.
So 3 on objective. 1 north, 1 south.
Please don't cap on us, is what I see from this defense. You shouldn't have to worry about it, considering Kesney's cap attempt.
Oh, jeez. Would that have sealed the map as well? I think it might have.
I think so, yeah. All right, we have 1 in Motel, a traditionally strong position. Still really dark as well. He's trying to get some picks on the roof in this cross area, but Reinhardt is going behind this building here, so it'll take a minute before he gets possibly seen here. Most of the offense is actually near Burning and Hospital. Kind of taking it easy, just checking for defenders in that center tank building. Making sure that their crosses are covered.
That's definitely an option for the defense now, is to push through the mall and come up through that, that hole in the car park. Or straight through the mall.
Is that what we're calling you now?
Underground car park. I don't know. There's a rampy hole thing.
Well, I was
It's an
talking more
underground
about
car
the
park.
mall.
It's still a mall.
I
It still
suppose
was
so.
the mall.
Kind of like tank building.
Tank
But
building, mall.
I'm cool with mall.
Something.
It's easy.
It doesn't really look like a mall, to be fair, but
Just
I
a
also
lot of corridors, not a lot of building.
we don't really call malls in New Zealand, so
What do you call them in New Zealand?
I don't know. Shopping centre.
That's boring.
Going to the. We normally just call it. There's like a brand name, so we call it that,
Okay, good.
or like the location. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about if you check Reinhardt right now? Camera 1. It's close to him.
Camera 1.
The point I was trying to make has been ruined because he's actually proning across now. But what do you think about all these teams using these kind of prone positions, shooting under cars or other obstacles?
Okay, what's their push?
It's a good
2.5 minutes.
cover, impenetrable cover generally, and it's very hidden. You know, it's something you'd probably try and do in real life, so I like it. Anything which
takes out somebody
anything...
on Big Rock South. The rest of the offense hasn't pushed up from burning area. Reinhardt has made it all the way to the east, but he's kind
Kesney
of
and
alone
Douche are
up
just
there.
a little bit separated from the attack at the moment. They need to be a little bit further up. And Android and Reinhardt are within striking distance. Kesney and Douchebaggins, or D-Baggins, I really need to get used to saying that. Please change your name. Are
It's gonna be a struggle.
need to clear a lot more before they can get attacking on objective.
All right. Oh, look at this. Kesney is shooting, just kind of pre-firing the red car slash the smoke in the car park.
Fair enough. It is so dark down there.
You can totally hide inside this smoke, and no one can really see you. It's hard for you to see out, but they can't see you just straight up.
At this point, the defense is going to be getting a little bit nervous. They've only picked one person, and the attack could be very close to objective. One shot has repositioned into a very powerful location now. It's going to be hard for them to react onto one shot's position as they try and cross from the mall onto objective. One shot is on camera 2. You can see that cross to the where he's watching.
Right. This is actually kind of playing into West Coast's hands right here as a really fast attack from Pandas right here. They originally had 3 defenders on objective to stop any kind of close offense, with a couple watching the crosses like you called out.
I think they're going to just run out of time here.
Right.
That extra minute, that lost a minute. Like now they know one shot's there, but they can't react to it because they don't have the time to.
Android is pushing across, but gets taken out by the guy in the motel, second story. And D-Baggins
It's a big pick. 20
shot,
seconds. He needs to
20
move.
Seconds. I don't think he can. He has to go for kills
No,
here,
he's
but
not moving. He's not moving.
Yeah, he's just not going to get the kills here to win the round.
It's on the floor, is he? Under the cans. The cake. They don't even know if they realized they were that short on time. Oh well, that's a turnaround. At one point, Pandamonium were 2-0 up with Kesney on objective, able to cap for about a minute. That would have been the map 4-0. They then
welcome back, Kesney.
Yeah, they obviously lost that round, and Kesney took 3 of them out. To be fair, want to highlight that. And then they won 1 more, and then went on to lose the next 3 in the north, 2 in the north and the east. Very hard getting the east objective as the last one, but you know that's how it falls sometimes.
I liked that their defense held strong and had good angles watching the crosses there. They weren't really looking out so much, except for Motel a little bit because it's just nice and covered. But they just kind of watched their inward angles. And Pandas were just kind of stymied because they were looking to get those picks before moving up, but West Coast Riders weren't giving that to them.
That's what I see with quarantine being a potential problem with it, is because you have to clear. Oh, I have to do the teams.
Yep.
All right, so we probably have an attack. West Coast Rider.
Hi, Hecklack.
We do. Cool. Hi, Hecklack. How's it going?
Looks like West Coast lost somebody or rotating somebody out.
It's gonna be nasty if it's on your floor, is he? Well, it's your floor.
But your
Just
floor,
saying.
can he really be considered nasty? I mean, it's your own filth, right?
You could clean it.
So, do you want to just take a moment while we're waiting for this fifth member to join? Oh, looks like he joined. To just kind of explain this tournament, just kind of like a brief synopsis of it.
Right. Yes, tournament. It's been thrown together a little bit, but we'll over the next few days we'll give you guys as much information we can as soon as we get more of it. However, over the next 4 weeks or so, there's going to be a a mini tournament, which is going to be like a bit of a warm up of what the league will be once we get back into it. It's a way for us to get up to speed with the casting and give everyone a taste of league, so you're not all waiting around. So it's going to be called at the moment at least, unless it gets overridden, the 1.8 hiatus tournament, and it'll be probably a bracketed Swiss style tournament. It'll be 3 or 4 brackets depending on how many teams sign up. At the moment, we have I think just over 30 teams, which is great, seeing as it was only announced today. And yeah, you need to be an existing VRML team. So if you're not on a team, go join one and get signed up to the tournament. Yeah, be a great warm up. Give everyone a taste. I know there's a lot of new teams out there who've been scrimming but haven't actually experienced the full intensity of a VRML match. When you're trying to type a code and your hand's shaking too much, you need that sort of adrenaline. Hopefully, it'll give you a little taste of that.
All right, here we go. Let's see how this match plays out. And it's really easy to make a team. You just go on the VRML website. People even that don't have a team, you're encouraged to join. You'll get a really good taste. There's no MMR on the line, not that it matters. It's just about getting that experience, getting those reps in, and honestly just getting the taste of how fun it can be. I mean, scrims are fun too, but it's a different experience altogether when there's something on the line like that.
All right, so we have the downfall, obviously, and we have the Sorry. Ugh. Let's repeat the last. We have the helicopter objective. We have quite a common box defense set up here. They did manage to get someone into South Brothel. That's JT, camera 2. And they have one in hospital.
Said it right.
Apparently I need to hold it down a bit longer. Did it set this time?
There we go. Yep, got it.
All right. One on objective, one in hospital, one in South Brothel, and then we have 2 in a helicopter building. Both of them looking towards the south. So the weakness at the moment is the north. They're not covering that sort of north cross around, except Kesney.
He's in a pretty strong position to cover it, though.
Yeah, it is quite a good position, actually.
He will catch them eventually as well.
Oh, there is definitely a weakness. Quite a common, certainly for this objective, is to go down to create a building, which is the building currently on camera 2. So if you go down to create a building on the north side and then make your way onto the west street from there through the white tower, now on camera 2 as well, then you can come down West Street. So just something which, because of the mounds, Kesney does not currently have covered. But yeah.
To be careful on that too, though.
Mm.
That said, JT gets a nice pick. Not
South
sure
Brothel is such a powerful location.
Where did he get that pick? Oh, okay. It was actually here in the south.
Valley
Yes,
exit?
it was Valley. Yeah.
Do you have your lasers on, by the way, Mono?
Now I do. Thank you.
Sorry, Mono did ask me to remind him, and
I do need it. I told you it would happen at least once, and probably twice. So there's no MMR on the line, but you're gonna get that match experience. Was there actually talk of prizes? Actually,
There are. We're still figuring out what those are, but there will be some form of prize pool. It sounds like. Please don't quote me too much on that. I know that people will, but
TM
you know,
possibly.
we're just sorting out the details.
Stoney making a
You know-
crazy rush down the hill at North Hotel. He makes it too. He suppressed that window, getting them to peek down just so he could get down in the crater. They do know he's there, so it's not as powerful as before, but it is a possibility that he could foil their plans from there.
Somebody on red top right there.
Oh yes, Stoney is doing exactly the cross which
3 minutes, guys.
I was talking about.
2 minutes left. They gotta push up. Ooh, Android takes out one-shot kills in the dark room of Upper Dumpster. Really nice shot, and even just seeing him, that was beautiful. I have really good respect for anyone that can see into those windows and get those confident picks. Stoney is taking a shot and takes out Kesney, who's kind of
This
out
is
in
what
the
I was
open
saying
there.
was dangerous about his position. He was looking down between those two buildings, but didn't actually have the rotation around onto him covered.
Reinhardt in the bottom story almost takes out Stoney there. It's currently hiding
Stun-
in the barbed wire. That's comfortable.
Stunter needs. I always avoided that. I assumed that you got hurt by. Well, not hurt. I assumed you couldn't go through it.
You thought wrong.
Yep, you
I
got
did.
D Bagans downs Bracer. Android confirms the kill. What a buddy old pal, teammate, buddy, Theta. I hate you.
Ooh. If I was Stunter here, I would have run a line directly onto
Ooh.
Heli 2 story to get that close quarters.
That said, they exchanged fire. Reinhardt lost that trade to Stoney there. He's calling out some information to his buddy, Master Stunner. They're doing really well for them. Well,
Go.
This side's doing really well.
Almost an amazing frag. That frag could have been something special.
Stoney's about to get caught out here from JT. Oh no, he's not even shooting at him. He's shooting at Stunta. Stoney just peeks down, not sure what to do. Runs out into the cover a little bit and gets taken by D Baggins. JT's got this defense locked down. He cannot advance in the time needed to cap the objective or kill the enemy team. So I think we're gonna see a win for Pandas here.
One on North Tower.
4 seconds left, but
What
he
he's done
doesn't
here is
pull
he's-
down the aggression. He just keeps up the callouts all the way
He
till the
needed-
end.
You need to do something in that situation. You know, you're gonna lose if you just stand still. Try something. It's probably not gonna work. 9 times out of 10, it won't work. Just try and just get some shots on. Be proactive in that situation would be my one thing to take away. Obviously, it's very hard. You're shut down by 2 people. They knew exactly where you were. Again, 9 times out of 10, nothing would have come out of it. But if you popped out and shot Brothel, maybe something could have come about. You also don't know how many defenders are remaining. There could have been a trade in there. Might have been the last dude in Brothel.
As for the question we had, West Coast Riders actually took quarantine from a surprise win from behind.
Massive comeback.
Yeah, it was awesome. Really good solid defense for their last map there, taking out Pandas, putting them on the back foot. But they do have 1 point going in on downfall.
They defended 4 match points. There was when they were Pandas were 2-0 up, there was an opportunity for a cap, so it's 1 there. And then they made it to 3-1 up, and then the Pandas made it 3-1 up, and West Coast Riders managed to bring it back to win 4-3. So they defended 4 match points.
Awesome match so far, that's for sure. Lots of planning going on. Hopefully we know where the objective is this time.
Oh yes, it does help a lot. Make sure you take the time to do that. Let's see if we get a big difference in the defense here. This one.
Wonder why they got rid of Ice Cream Truck. It was a simpler model than this army truck they got going.
Body
which
truck.
is
No,
think
where are
they
the
didn't like the
bodies?
glass. Yeah, the bodies you could hide in.
Why could you hide in them?
You just go prone and just kind of.
There's all
go
these
there.
things I never tried because I was like, that's not realistic, so I'm not even going to try it.
Well, maybe
More
I
like,
just
I'm not willing to bend over. I'm so old and my knees hurt.
Well, that too, but, you know.
They're all shooting, so.
Reinhardt taking loads of fire from South Brothel second story. And as well as someone else too. I just didn't catch it.
Brace is exposing himself a lot on objective. He's gotten away with it so far.
He is prone, so
He's rotated back now. Yep.
I don't really like doing that peek too much though, because if they get the center buildings, the bungalows, and they're in the window, they'll see you and you just can't see them, and it's a good game. There's so much fire going on right now. I don't know what to watch.
I like the setup of it's dangerous to get there because some of the spawns can pick you off before you get there, but the fact that they've managed to get control of South and North Brothel, or South or Brothel and what do people call that? North Watch, North Guard, one of those.
Yeah.
We call it South and North Brothel because Deflade decided we
Ooh.
need 2 brothels. He just kept calling them both brothels. So
One shot gets JT. Android asks if he's good. No, he is not, sir. No, he is not. Reinhardt takes out Spec Hell. He doesn't think he did though. It's really tough in those dark windows, but he did.
where was Spec Hell? He was the one in this? No, he's not one of the brothel ones.
Let's see, Android taking fire, fighting over here at the north, just trying to gain purchase enough to cross. Oh, Sony was ready for him, got him in the second story.
This is where they
Can't
really need a
confirm.
sniper. Do they not? Is Reinhardt sniping? Looks
No,
like he's
he
in a
has
sniper
LMG.
position. This is where a sniper would be invaluable because the defense from West Coast is actually looking and peeking a lot. A team with a good sniper right here would have gotten a few picks, or at least have shut them down, which would have allowed the attack to proceed.
D. Beggins actually had a 2x battle rifle. Not quite what you were looking for.
We need at least the 4. Ideally a 6 or 12.
Kesney calling out for accurate supporting fire. We ordered some bullets for you. Prime delivery.
Alright, I got it.
Now he's trying to get a pick now on that window. They don't have time though. They have 2 minutes though. Oh, one shot pops out even with the suppressive fire going down on him. Taking out Kesney, leaving the last panda.
And they know where he is. One shot is
There's laser I saw for a second, just kind of grazing
one shot is
over
doing
his head.
decidedly more than one shot right there.
And
But he
he
gets
takes out Reinhardt. Did he have an LMG or was that a sniper
Yeah,
variant?
G3 auto.
Oh, okay, yeah, it does say auto, doesn't it? Well, he was very accurate. He took out who he needed to take out, and bring this to a 1-1.
Hecklack, let us know next time you're going on and we'll come join you. I'm not sure whether your time zone matches too well, but hopefully we can get some playtime together.
All right, your guys' time zone's fairly good. Something.
Yeah, but I'm not going to go and say where Hecklack is.
Right.
And
I'm not saying where he is.
to the broad world. Our time zones are pretty good, I think. I'm not.
Maybe
100%
he
sure
lives in
about
the
that.
ocean, man. You never know. Maybe he's on a raft.
You're on a raft.
I wish I was on a raft. Then I couldn't get COVID. Can I come live in your basement, James?
I don't have a basement.
God damn it, James. Where am I supposed to hide from the authorities?
Don't know. Oh, check your Discord, Mono. I'm not sure if you have.
I checked it a while ago.
Mr.
don't have any
Wookie
pings.
has
Oh, I
been
talked to him
messaging.
earlier.
Okay.
Yeah, I
No,
think
I'm
I
well
solved the
behind then.
problems.
It's probably about the stream being misaligned or something.
Yeah, he did catch that, as well as some others. It was weird. I didn't really see it in my view. It was odd. And I just
Was
needed
your
to be a
OBS
tad bit louder.
alignment?
Yeah, my OBS got screwed up somehow. I made a lot of changes to my setup, so I must have inadvertently pulled it before locking. Nope, this is the second map. Teams are taking the full 5 minutes fairly regularly here. Have a nice attack coming from the north. Why am I forgetting this name? James, I'm forgetting callouts.
Sorry, because you actually have to know the
Looks like they're
callouts
doing a
first to be able to
two-click in
forget
the
them.
north.
Shut
I'm
up,
guessing three going
James.
down to the,
Reinhardt
Alright,
takes
so
one
there-
on West Coast Raiders. North
Sorry, I was
Hotel.
replying
I
to
don't know.
some messages. Right. We have upper dumpster objective / south guard. Need to know both callouts for it. It's south guard or south watch,
That's
one of those.
tough. People get to know our callouts for this one.
Apparently, brown building is the callout.
Brown.
we got
I've
this.
never heard that. That's Heclax's callout, though. It's a beautiful callout.
This explains a lot.
That's the kind of callouts I wish I could just say, and I often do, and it works. I'd say.
I'm just loving how confused everyone's going to be who's just joined this game to hear us calling out White House all the time, or White Tower.
White Brown House.
No, because White House and White Tower, they're not White House. They're not White Tower anymore.
Oh, Stoney gets a really nice corner angle on D. Baggins. He had no idea. Although I don't think he knew he got that shot.
Or even better, ice cream truck. What the hell kind of
That's
ice cream
true.
truck is that?
Not to mention burning.
Burning, true.
Anything with fire, really. Burning on Suburbia as well doesn't make any sense anymore. What is the offense going to do here? They have 3 minutes, 10 seconds left. They've taken one, but I don't think that they really know they did.
What's this person in the far northeast trying to do? Is he trying to clear Marsok? He is trying to clear Marsok.
Massa almost gets taken out from the dark room of Marsoc, actually.
Probably one of the most... This Reinhardt's position is probably one of the most common positions for this objective because you can stop that crawl cap in.
And it's just dark and hard to see. Stoney takes JT.
Hard to see, indeed.
Definitely a favorite of Theta. If you ever play against him on one of these objectives, he's probably gone there. Just keep that in mind. Shoot him. Make him pay for stealing all my kills.
He will shoot you first. He's very good in that position.
Stoney giving some nice callouts here. Calling out the people in the lower dumpster area. Oh, man, he's called out both of them, and he would be correct. This is going to be tough for the offense here. They do have one player that's in the center of the map here. But
they need to clear Marsok first.
Yeah, he didn't quite commit to that, and now he's got to attack Reinhardt from the front.
If I were on this attack right now, I'd be wanting to have at least a couple trying to clear Marsok. Probably have one through center, because center on this attack is very powerful. Once you take out Marsok, you can get on objective without really being seen.
One shot might take JT here. He sees him crawling out in the open, takes him out. Got to be careful about that. Calls that out. We got a frag going down. Oh, Stoney taking tons of fire. Android takes out Bracer in the center hotel area. Masters opting to take the same position. We might see a team kill. We might see a steam kill. Yeah, he's taking fire from a friendly. That said, Android gets the pick. One shot was shooting at a friendly on the red truck on West Road. Do you have to be careful? Have the target acquisition and identification.
Good call out for time remaining. I think it was by Kesney there.
Massastana, meanwhile, takes some shots at Kesney in the dark room near OBJ, but doesn't quite get him. Kesney's deciding to stay low, just defend the objective up close. Reinhardt takes one shot crossing.
I thought they would have identified Reinhardt's position, but looks like they didn't. They're both exposing themselves to it. Reinhardt should be able to see that.
Right. He will eventually. He looks, he misses. A look and a miss.
Oh, he's peeking. He's just doing little peeks.
He should see him now.
He's not
should
exposing
see him
himself
now.
to it. There it
Oh, he
is. There
sees
it
him
is.
now.
There it is.
And he gets him. Wish he didn't punt me off his body when he gets the kill there at the end. Oh, Android tried to team kill Reinhardt.
He is?
He did. He missed though.
Ugh.
Dark rooms are too
I'm not
powerful.
sure if
Nexus.
that's better or worse than his actual team kill earlier. So we
I don't
have a couple of players on each team really doing most of the legwork at the moment. We have on West Coast Riders we have Stoney and One Shot with 4 and 5 kills respectively, and the rest are just sort of providing moral support. And then on Pandamonium we have Reinhardt and Android with 4 each, and again a couple between the rest, but really providing that that support when needed to allow them to get those kills.
Nardu has joined the stream.
I think he's
Welcome,
asking who
welcome.
the best quest player is.
Okay.
That's
he?
that'd be my take.
The best quest player would be James Boak when he's on his quest.
Lol. There's some good quest players out there.
It's very true.
You've got, I know that Izzy and Thunder, along from Globo, they both have quests, and I had some great fun playing against them on quests. You've got the multiple nippled person, I think, also has quest.
I just want to say that maybe we're talking about the wrong metric here. What about the best rookie from Texas who's on quest?
He's pretty good, to be fair. He's shot
definitely
me.
come
He's
up
shot me
from the
quite a few times.
Yeah, some of these teams have some really strong players come out of nowhere, like sub 100 hours, and doing really well for themselves, giving veteran players a run for their money. And we're definitely going to see that in the tournament coming up that was just
It's going to be
announced.
a great level of false confidence for them to go into their league play. I don't know. A league play is quite different.
Yeah.
It is different to a lot of pub play, even comp play.
Ooh, D. Bagans takes fire from one shot, gets down. Marsock scatters. JT gets taken out in the open, nowhere to go. Reinhardt made the right move going down into the crater, but now he's kind of stuck. 3 players are on the ridge.
This is
Just
interesting.
firing line. I think they
Firing
know
line
Reinhardt
indeed.
was there. Oh, they're looking at him right now. Reinhardt, go prone. Screw your knees. You don't need them. and he gets
there it
taken
is.
out by one shot. One shot, not quite one shot, but many shots, many kills. So you can't complain about that. Now he's up to 7. What a beast!
I think this has really shown the Panda's current lack of longer range capabilities. 4 and 12 time capabilities at the moment, and we would have had, that's where Deflad would have popped a few heads.
Right, yeah,
Those
he
people-
definitely
those people
needed
on
that
that ridge
support. So it's all up to this west push. Android is on West Road right now. He does have cover from Kesney. They are really close together, and they can't really get supporting lines. It'd be really tough for Kesney to move into a position where he could do so. That said, all the defenders were up on the ridge, but they've kind of come back now. So this
If
is
they'd
going to be a really
adjusted
tough
to that
one.
rapidly, knowing that there were 3 there, I would have pushed one aggressively down the middle.
It'd be kind of tough to know there was 3 firing there, I'd say.
You
But
know at least 2. You could
I'd
differentiate.
say, yeah,
between
definitely at
2
least
rounds.
2.
Yeah. I still am a massive fan of someone coming down the center of the map on this objective.
We actually have some flanking going along. They're going in, confirming the kills, just running through like, la 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 la, this is awesome. I'm just going to confirm all these kills.
Android's going to get in within touching distance here.
I think this is their only chance to take this round. Is if he gets up there and foils their defense here, gets Stony, and then takes this position, or makes
We found
an
out that
aggressive
Kesney
move.
is very good at getting on objective.
Yeah. A little harder on this map, that's for sure.
Definitely. This is definitely a viable attack. that prone right along the street. It's very hard to defend against. Stoney's trying his utmost to get the angle.
Android making a little noise. Stoney takes shots. Not sure what he's looking at. Just kind of shooting in the windows, I think, of the brothel there.
Kesney's going to have a harder cross, but it looks like they've added an additional wall since I've done this. So prone might actually be a bit more protected from the
Are you
Marsok than
talking
previous.
about that twisted wall?
The twisted
looks
wall,
really
yes.
weird. Yeah, it looks so weird.
Yeah.
Kesney's now standing, running for Center Hotel. He takes some fire. He's stuck on the ridge or the lip of the wall, but gets in safely. Android, I think, accidentally shot his weapon, and now it's given his position away. Stoney tries to throw some kind of utility, does not get Android. I think it was in the windowsill. Android currently looks confused. We now have kind of an envelop going in on this offense here. Android going down to Stoney through the
That's
window.
unfortunate. Kesney will not know that Stoney is downed.
He's currently shooting at the dark room here. He needs to make a move before he gets shot in the back, as two defenders are pushing on him from the center of the map, trying to get an angle on him. This is a tough position for Kesney. As far as he's concerned, it's 5 up, so he's scared.
Spec just teleported massively on my
Spec
screen.
has a lot of lag, I think. He's been teleporting since Q1. I would check that Spec if you watch this stream.
Definitely.
Kesney confirms Android's body twice. Die. Okay, he's running up in the building. He does not check it. He doesn't have time. He's shooting at the dark room. He's running objective. Stoney's calling him out. I think he heard that he does that.
Oh, if he'd got the pick on objective with those two, he could have been in there on it.
That was it was he actually, like you said, he can get onto objective.
He got on objective. He got on it.
He chose a gun that wouldn't run out of ammo this time too.
A little bit more luck. If he'd got that pick on Bracer when he was on the top of those stairs, Bracer just exposed himself a second too late. If he got that pick on Bracer, it was only 1 on objective. He could easily have got him and then been completely covered for the cap.
Yeah, it was definitely possible. It was very fun to watch.
Yep. That was where I would say there's no reason for West Coast riders to risk having people that far pushed out from objective. Unless you have a really clear line on a particular cross to objective, I'll just pull it in a little bit more, just so that you can adjust your line to get a pick as people cross as you need to, but also be ready to crash onto angles.
What he's specifically saying, I think, is like they got those picks, and then they could have rotated and condensed to the situation at hand. They didn't have to hold the original positions that they planned. If they have backup positions or just, you know, working with what the game situation gives them.
Indeed.
All right, so now we're gonna have the helicopter 2-story objective here. Just so any of the new players in the audience, the Marsok players need to cap this objective. There's kind of like an invisible radius around it where you can cap. And for some of these objectives, you got to be really careful because there's some really sneaky spots. For example, if you run through the back of this building here, the helicopter 2-story, we're going to get a reset, it sounds like. And just run into this back room here, and this kind of really dark storage-looking room. You can cap through the wall, and you're really protected from the enemy players if they're not prepared for it. You can also cap from around the corner. You know, if they're like in the second story, you can cap right under their noses. It's just, this is one of those objectives you got to be really careful about.
There's not really a singular location which can defend this objective adequately. Somewhere in the White Tower region, the northwest White Tower that is, you can sort of see both sides approaches to the objective, but you're very exposed. You really need to have 2 people alive at a minimum. And the other problem is they can get very close and then be inside and covered before you can really identify it. You may only have about a couple of seconds to react. So you cannot be complacent at any point on this objective.
Yeah, if you are the last one up, you mostly just are trying to die so they can't cap. You know, either rotating in and around objective or capping the point yourself to stop the point from being capped.
Especially with a score like this. Dying right now is not the end of the world for Pandemonium. They get another chance. Getting capped on, map gone. Map and series over. You need to really be aware of that. Like sometimes the best option you have is to send that code, or to be more aggressive in your defense, because at least you then have a chance of winning. So that's probably
Right.
what it generally, unless you know that it's it's futile,
Or you're
and you
off
really
objective, really far away.
yeah. If you're like, oh, I do not have this covered, either try and get in a position where you do have it covered, or pull that tablet out and try and enter that code, and
Yeah, you need to make that split
get
second
that white
decision.
flag out.
Stony calls out some people couldn't quite make that shot there. Android takes out one shot really close by to him.
I'm resible. I'm resible. I'm resible.
One shot calls for a res. Smoke goes out. Whenever I see a smoke right after I got a kill, I'm going to shoot the body a bunch more, or watch for the guy going for the res. Android unfortunately wasn't ready in the second story center hotel there. But they know where they are. That's for sure. Throw the smoke out. God, it looks so dumb when it's thrown.
Just see it like waving through the air.
Yeah, the really KG animation. Ugh. Oh well. Oh well. Moving on.
Quite like seeing it spinning through the air, but if it was a little bit smoother, it'd be nice.
Right. We got an interesting defense here. Reinhardt's in the first story of lower red truck here. Two players in helicopter 2 story. One is downstairs. JT's downstairs. Make sure no one's capping on us. A theme for pandas. They hate being capped on.
The only problem in there is he has to win the battle in close quarters.
Right. And
Personally, I'd probably promote him being somewhere watching that entrance, so that at least if he loses the battle, there's an opportunity for someone else to react. At the moment, they go in there and they win the battle with JT. They can cap before anyone else reacts, including Kesney.
Honestly, when I'm rushing in that kind of situation, I feel like I usually win as the attacker, because I'm kind of looking for that kind of person sitting there with like a C4 or a pulled grenade. I actually, if I was going to do this kind of on like in the objective defense here, I'd be in this kind of side room and be like crouched.
Yeah, I wouldn't be directly
low.
on the objective. No, I'd be off on an angle where someone has to check like a tight left or a tight right.
So yeah, and just let them go past you, go for the cap. They pull their tablet out and you just shoot them in the back, laughing all the way to the bank. All right, so the attackers have actually made it to helicopter.
This is where Reinhardt needs to be watching that tight line from the helicopter tail, because if Stoney gets on the east wall of helicopter 2 story, he can get onto objective. Obviously, Android's got a good line on it, but they know Android's there. They should be looking to take Android out before Stoney makes his move. Looks like they're not going to, which is a mistake.
Yeah, you gotta, well, oh, Android takes out Stoney.
They seem to have forgotten Android was there earlier.
It seems to be kind of common here that they forget or ignore the threats that they know about. Definitely use the information you have. It's pretty hard to move out of that center hotel without at least being seen if you have people in the right position, so you definitely need to deal with the threats you know about, especially when it's going to stop your preferred attack plan. They're definitely not ignoring him now.
No, unfortunately they've lost one on the attack, which is critical. We've had a drop as well, have we?
No. Well, maybe. Spec Hell is 0000. So,
where is he?
Yeah, possibly.
Can't see him.
Yeah, you're right, actually. He did. I think he dropped before he died. Android takes out one-shot kills. It was kind of a double kill there from Reinhardt and Android, both getting a really nice shot on him.
One shot did not need to make that rush.
I didn't
Still with some
catch
smoke
it.
at the least. He just died in the same location as Stoney.
At least suppress that window while you're crossing. You're
Get
going to finally do it.
Get Bracer to do some movement first.
Android tries to kill Bracer. They don't hear each other. Bracer doesn't understand it. He was just right behind him.
hopefully stunt. If Master has heard that down, it was a very loud yell.
Well,
they're
the
around
round's actually over. I didn't realize it myself.
I lost track of that too. We didn't get the beep on our watches. Have not synced them to the game appropriately, apparently.
Oops. Well, yeah, we need to see a little bit more aggressive attack. That's probably why One Shot was rushing across there, trying to go for objective, kind of desperately.
Yeah, you can understand
Definitely have
it.
a plan.
You had people like they had Bracer in Southwest Valley exit with a minute remaining. It would have been roughly. There's no. You need to be moving to a supporting position. They didn't have pincer movement on objective. They could have had people, clearing through the north. So they'd committed to that south line, which is it's fine to commit for it, but make sure that you've cleared the areas you need to clear before moving through. Especially if you know someone's there, and you should always assume someone's in Center Hotel. It's such a common spot, especially for that objective.
Yeah, if you were going to do that mad rush, have a plan though. You can definitely, I think there was one friendly up kind of nearby, maybe lower red truck area or something. You could get him to suppress the window. Or if that guy that you were talking about that was near the ravine entrance or whatever, wherever he was, just got his attention, made him look away. That could have been completely different outcome for West Coast Riders there.
Ravine entrance definitely could have looked to get a line which actually had some ability to shoot on potential people near objective. So pushing wide, going to South Brothel, quite a common attack. Getting that wide sort of line, you could have. There was a couple of people who were available to be picked from that location. You could then look into the Center Hotel from the west side, which gives you another good angle. There's so many options. It's just taking the information you get in round and then working with it. We could get some picks here early. They've stayed out in the open.
They're out there. Spots going down. Nobody hits them. No.
How they survived that?
Beep. In way, Kesney says. Kesney
Okay,
might get a pick here. Don't get jaded. Try to get that extra pick. It's still available. In fact, there's two picks available on lower red truck. Come on, JT, pick him. There we go.
I need to go to the post office with these stocks, apparently.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to get them sent out now. D. Beggins takes out Speckel, who was rushing up, I guess. Or he was taking sandbags, I'm not sure. What a aggressive, explosive attack there. Panda brought it back, though, from the clutches of I don't want to say defeat, but with missing both of those picks, it was going to be tough for them to really capitalize. Reinhardt has taken lower red truck here. Sony is on the outside, waiting for somebody to expose himself.
Android, he's stuck between Reinhardt and Android, and here comes a frag. There it is.
Oh, nice frag, Reinhardt.
Surprised he didn't cook that longer. He gave Sony a chance to move.
That was great. Meanwhile, JT's just been trying supporting fire, keeping their attention, while Android has pushed up down West Road, taking Center Hotel.
That call should be going out. Reinhardt should be saying, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Reinhardt is not going for objective. They do not have the kill count accurate, apparently.
Master Stunner catches JT trying to cross down the hill near North Hotel.
Oh no, is that Kesney watching Reinhardt? Do not shoot him.
Suppress. It's called out from Kesney. Reinhardt is tablet out, capping right now. They're just shooting at all the windows, every angle. Android's pushing up in case Reinhardt goes down. And there they go. They win this round, taking this map, bringing it to a 1-1 overall for the series. We have one last map to decide who wins this scrim. Technically speaking, everyone's a winner. Learning.
Good call out by Kesney. It did take a little while to come out, but that call out was needed. As the one on objective, you're not generally wanting to call out that you're capping. Having someone watching you go there call it out from a further away position is really powerful, because you don't want to give away that you're on objective often.
That's pretty much the only official click code kind of thing.
Click.
Exactly,
It's the only one we allow.
Like that.
Yep. Unless we specifically said before the round that we got someone in a really weird position, in which case they are the clicker. generally we do not promote people just clicking if someone's on them, because all that ends up resulting in is that you, Mono? Are you clicking, or is that Defilade? And then it takes about 10 seconds to get good information rather than just there's one on me, and then when you can react onto it straight away.
The only real exceptions to that is currently with the radio's not working when you're downed. It's the only way you can communicate.
Yes.
But I mean, even then, it's kind of dodgy one way or another.
Yep. And if you're downed on defense and you're clicking your radio rapidly, someone's trying to cap on the enemy team. We
There has
now
been
we
definitely
now
confusion.
have that established. We did not originally have that established.
Wookie does hate it
Oh
very
yeah,
much, so.
yes. Wookie is talking about the case in point. Stop clicking. I'm talking to myself, going, I'm fucking clicking for a reason. Oh, sorry, I should not swear on this. So it is sort of a game where you're talking about killing each other, but I should not swear on this. I was just
Well, yeah, it's not an official VRML, although it is a good habit to
it is a good
get
habit.
it out of your system. But
Yeah.
this is definitely not a stream for 5-year-olds. That's for sure.
Yeah. We would like to forget about that quarantine map in general. I think
Yeah.
it's better for our morale, and I think we got capped on twice.
Yeah. I mean, we got capped on Bazaar too, but that was just because of the ghost gun garbage.
Yes, indeed. We had people not react because they literally did not hear shots.
Oh.
Oh, teams. I will learn how to do that. So this
you do
time,
teams, and I'll do lasers.
attacking, we have Pandamonium. Let's do that.
That is correct. And West Coast Riders, 1-1 scoreline for anybody joining us right now. Really interesting, awesome matches. A lot of back and forth, especially in quarantine. Coming from a 3-1 situation to winning the map. Really awesome to see from West Coast Riders, giving Pandas a definite run for their money here. This one should be really tough for them, I'd say, as Cargo's probably Pandemonium's best map. But you never know what might come out of these new teams.
Looks like Volk's ready. I cannot see whether Marsok are ready. I cannot see the left side, but
Looks like Android has been subbed out for White Fang, who wasn't available at the beginning of the match.
all right. Got my overlay up. Android Goat is now in the chat.
Not in game, so it's all good. Yeah, says Kesney. Got a little dance going on.
So we've had two long-range maps, one of them being long/short, being Quarantine, the other one being pure long. And now we have the shortest of range. Potentially tied with Tanker, obviously.
A knife fight in an alley map. Pre-fire goes out, trying to stop the cross.
This is a very capital objective. They need to be reacting.
Oh my.
Speck Hell just jumped about 20 meters.
All the way across that line that they were watching. Oof.
They might not have identified it when it crossed. He crossed back though.
Oof. All right. Wow. JT has pushed up into the center buildings here. They got a lot of smoke in the center of the map. He might catch one shot if he's quick here, and he does.
Good job, JT.
He's now
They're
on
not
the
reacting
open.
onto objective. This is it. The cap should be coming out.
JT is on objective. Tablet is out.
He's decided to go to the south side of that door. They haven't reacted. Still haven't reacted.
Might not have heard
Pandemonium
him.
might need to work on their
Smoke
capping
comes,
speed.
Smoke goes on objective. Might bring Bracer to look at objective here. I don't think
But
JT is struggling to see his tablet right now.
If you look down,
I
you can see it, or you used to be able to.
No, he's
So
got
that
his gun out.
friendly-
He hears movement.
That friendly smoke has screwed him a little
JT
bit.
takes out Stoney, who was checking that corner spot. Looks suspicious, he said. Now we
JT
need to
heard
see the rest of the defenders rushing in right now. There's like 100 smokes on objective. Bracer gets him with a frag.
frag
White
was far
Fang
enough away.
confirms him, gets a refrag. Now White Fang and D Baggins and Reinhardt, who is in their backline right now, takes out Master Stunta. The last player's guarding the tunnel, but that's not where we need to be right now. We need to defend the objective. We even hear shots on objective. Now it's your chance, Speckhell. You got to get back. You got to get back.
Dude, what are you doing? Don't just stand there.
We got 2 players
Oh,
out.
no.
Talbot out.
2 capping.
It's okay,
White
JT.
Fang got it. White Fang got it in the end. That's how you. That's a good cap, White Fang.
That was a crazy stressful round to watch.
That there needed to be a little bit of communication at the end there. There was a potential for a res, and then there should have been a defensive perimeter set up around White Fang because White Fang has the capping speed.
Android was probably screaming as
did
Android
say
is
res,
quite
res.
the capper
That's on
for
objective.
Pandas.
Who was that on objective? Probably the only one who. Oh, it was JT on objective.
Yeah, JT
Asking
was the
for
one
the
who
res.
got there early. To be fair, he was kind of exposed there, and I think the kill count was only 1 or
Then
possibly
the smoke
2.
came out.
Yeah,
If I was in
and-
JT's position there, I probably would have stayed on where White Fang ended up capping from, on the north side of that door. You can cap from there, a little bit more protected. South side is less expected, but you know you can be seen from far away there.
There's always things to learn. In my eyes, it looks really far. It probably looks like just barely can get it if you're on the wall there. There's a good chance maybe he didn't know or decided to just go for it in that corner as
You
you
can
do have that
100%
side
get it
defense.
on the north side of that door. That's where White Fang ended up getting it from.
Yeah,
What you need
no.
to do is hold your tablet up against the door, but don't have it clip into the door because then you will no longer be able to type in.
Yeah, I'm just saying that it's without explicitly knowing that you can do that. You'd kind of feel like you couldn't without doing it yourself, you know.
It's a good thing to test for. Probably one of the things which I'm not a huge fan of, like practicing specific things, but learning where you can cap from is a good one to do. Mono,
Careful.
who's he's quite often has stood about 3 meters back from the cappable zone and gone, "Why would it wouldn't send for me? It wouldn't send." It's like, okay.
Always pick on mono. That's the motto.
It just makes it so easy.
Hey, if you get team killed someday, not my fault. Spec
Mono Mono just needs to realize his strengths. He is an amazing killer. Capping needs some work.
Reinhardt takes Master Stunta here. And D. Baggins takes out Spells. What? Wow.
What happened there?
That was lag at its finest. D. Baggins gets taken out in the trade there. Reinhardt finishes one-shot kills, I think. Reinhardt is in their back line here. Stoney is concerned
Stoney
about
has
it.
heard
He's-
them.
but he talked too much, and Reinhardt came around and got him. Reinhardt getting very
like-
aggressive.
An aggressive defense on that objective is quite important. It's just so often capped, and it's better to lose 1 point on that objective.
I think D. Baggins is going to be like, what the hell, when he watches back this scrim.
It's just shown on your stream as I'm watching.
What's showing on my stream?
That just got to that point on the stream.
Wow. I never said I had the best connection ever, but that's fine. Our audio should be synced up to the right moment.
Oh yeah, definitely. We're now talking in the future. What?
We are the future.
They don't need me, says Android. We saw you team killing their Android. We saw you try and team kill again as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kazni was like, hey, I'm the only one allowed to team kill on this team. You're out. You're out.
You're not playing cargo. That's my team killing map.
I don't think Kazni is actually team killed yet. I'm honestly
He has
kind
not
of,
team killed yet. I do not think this is counted as an official Pandamonium match.
Right? Exactly. If it's a match setting, things are a little different, though. Easy code.
790 1000. 790 1000 for the code.
It sounds
That
like
is
it's
an easy
almost
one.
sounds almost too easy, and that you'd forget just because it's too easy. JT is in the tunnel here. He throws a smoke at the end and then pulls back, waiting for utility to come out on him. D. Baggins uses this time to try to get somebody in the crack. They're all kind of sitting back. Reinhardt takes out Master Stunta.
It's a big
He's not
pick.
got his
Opens up the
pistol.
eastern push.
Got a good battle line left for the defenders here. One Shot is watching that cross. Catches D. Baggins instead cross.
As we talked about yesterday, this is the harder of the northern attacks. You need to stop them getting the south side of that objective. And you can also cap from inside that building to the northwest of the objective. So there's a lot to defend. But you can shut down the crosses.
White takes out Speckhel, who I'm not sure where he was. I think, oh, he was on Barrel? No, he was in Grenade Corner area. Bracer is still there, though. Frag goes out, just narrowly misses JT, who is rushing down the middle. He trades with one shot. Bracer takes out White Fang. Kesney's trying to finish Bracer, gets taken out himself in a nice trade. Reinhardt, though, comes out to finish the round on us. Yeah, this cleanup crew on Stony. Aggressive.
That is closer than I thought it was going to be. They lost a lot on that aggressive last final push there. I think they could have taken a little bit more time and just cleared a couple of areas.
The thing that I like, though, is that they worked together. They all went in together. It was explosive. It was powerful. But like you said, they could have got a pick or two more, or at least use some utility, you know?
If there had just been one more pick or one more trade which went slightly differently, it would have been the difference. That would have been a win for West Coast. And I think Pandamonium, they had the advantage to win that comfortably. With the maybe
actually wins all in all, just 4-0. I think, and that's that.
We've gone to Tanker.
But they're all gone, so they just trolled us.
They're all gone. They trolled us.
I think
great.
Just Reinhardt. I just want to point out, maybe
JT,
not.
Kesney?
Maybe not. Okay. I just want to point out that Reinhardt went 8-0 on Cargo, and he was in their faces. Maybe we are getting an encore map because they do have 4. It was just they were going to the loading, it looks like.
Reinhardt's 8-0 is impressive, but the White Fang 1 in the first column, that takes the cake for me.
That is what gets your knickers.
It does. It does indeed. That's 2 points right there. That's a whole round you do not have to play. That is 5 enemies you do not have to kill.
Yeah, with one fell cap, he killed 5 enemies. He hacked them, and they were gone. So what do you think about Tanker? Any updated thoughts, for example, from 1.7? It's a pretty similar map.
The only thing I have it's very similar. The only thing I have potential problem-wise with the update is this was already a map where you saw a lot of smoking through walls and floors and all that sort of stuff as like
it's going to be even worse.
A viable attacking option. The teams again have to do it four times today.
You're gonna have to do it 100 times because they're gonna play 100 matches and become the best team overnight. And my hard drive is gonna run out of space.
You really think they're gonna let me still cast at that point?
You'll just be talking nonstop. It'll just be gibberish, though.
I assume that Pandamonium are defending. Yes, they are. So yeah, you're going to see a lot of that smoke, and unfortunately at the moment, the way in which the smoke works means that you can blind a whole room with it. So that's going to become a tactic, which I think everyone knows my thoughts on that as a tactic. But
you can't ban smokes, though. It's just you can't ban smokes.
No. It would need to be a dev introduced method of changing how they work.
Check camera 3. Do you see the flickering inside the building, by the way?
Yeah, there's a weird light going on there with... Or is it just my light? It might be my torch as a caster.
You're right. That actually makes it much better. I'll just have to remember when I'm in here, because that does not play well here.
We should have the option to flick on night vision. Be nice.
Right, yeah. I was actually asking chat if they knew if there was a way. I don't think there is.
I tried in. Doesn't do anything.
Pars was saying it was Alt F4. You know, I didn't get a chance to try it, but Pars always being helpful as Pars does.
If you ever get a chance, always listen to Pars.
Yeah, he has some really great information. You know, he used to be a police officer.
No.
I can't believe it. I don't know where the truth starts and the lies come in, or where the
The only
lies
part I
start
believe
and
of
the
that
truth
is
comes
they
in.
used to.
Yeah. He was even talking about how he almost became a secret agent spy man. But he's
Okay,
like,
yeah.
nah.
No, no. You don't have to deal with moderating him in League General. You're not
That's
knowing
the
whether he's
problem.
joking or actually trying to be helpful or... Oh,
And the problem is he gets off on you moderating him. It's just like, he's like, yes, give me more. I'm honestly glad I don't have to moderate whatsoever. It can be a really sad place in League General. Dazzler has subbed in for West Coast Riders, bringing them back up to 5. I can't. Oh, I can jump on the Dazzler.
so I'm just replying to a chat about the tournament. I'll be with you momentarily.
Sure thing, sure thing. We have a really strong south overhead push, or overland push here. Shots ring out from White Fang. Or maybe Kes. I don't know what he was shooting at. Your mic makes a lot of noise, Kesney. You gotta sort that if possible. One's going underground here, cautiously checking the underground cargo area. Bracer takes shots at the windows. Can't pierce them. That's how windows work, I guess. Android is now cheering for Dazzler to beat up his team. I just want to point that out if anyone misses the chat. You got a traitor in your midst. Whoa, spec hell. Whoa, boy. And he gets C4'd. Dazzler gets taken out by White Fang. No thanks to you, Android.
That's a big C4.
Let's see. Reinhardt.
One down.
There. D-Baggins confirms his kill. There is one more player nearby who hears him, who's cautiously moving up, trying to get the pick on D-Baggins. I think he's calling him out. Yeah, he did kill the one guy underground with the C4. Yeah. I have a nice view from this because I'm outside the map.
Oh, no.
Team kills. If you check camera 5, this is pretty nice. D-Baggins pops out to try to get the pick, but
wait,
loses
can
the
you get out of
trade.
here? I'm stuck.
Press camera 1. And you can always jump on a player to get out of situations like that as well.
I was panicking a little bit.
Yeah, it's too close to what happened in that one time we were playing, huh?
Yeah, when I actually fell in there. I got trapped in that exact location when I was playing. It made me sad.
White Fang, 2 shots, 1 kill. Taking out, I think it was 1 shot. Calls it out coolly. That joke is definitely getting old.
Oh, has it been done before? Oh, man.
1 shot, takes out JT, who's decided to check underground.
Aggressive. Don't know why he did that. He had it covered.
Now, Kesney should get the refrag here. Yep, takes out 1 shot. Okay, that's when 1 shot dies. Stoney is still alive underground. He has 2 minutes 20 seconds left. 3 enemy players to contend with. In my opinion, they don't really know where he is. 1 shot is definitely dead. Gets fragged. Stoney decides to continue this push. Reinhardt. I hear it. I thought I heard a drone. It'd be really confusing to hear. Stoney decides to breach. Oh. Oh, the kill count is off. Reinhardt gets downed, but Kesney gets the trade to win this match, or win this round, not match. good defense from Pandas.
Yeah.
Covered their angles. Stayed calm under fire.
White Fang has come in and made a good impression. Two
Yeah,
kills already
that
on
was
this
good.
map and a cap on the previous one.
Doing really well for himself, that is for sure. I wonder how good Abandoned's gonna be once it comes back.
Abandoned. Interesting.
We might. Hopefully they add more objectives. Hopefully the trees are good.
I want to see a turbine which works well. A well-performing turbine. I love turbine.
I often joke that Turbine's a custom map because it's honestly, I don't know which ones wasn't played very often more, if it was Turbine or if it was Abandoned.
Actually, I like turbine, but it was just so poorly performing.
I liked it too. For me, it was the like shadow bugs. It was the sound issues, which will still be present, by the way, considering what we've seen in Subway and Anchor and other maps with interiors like that with 2 stories.
They've indicated they're doing stuff about the sound, so stuff and things.
They said they were doing it before though, and what they've generally tried to do is these I always forget it when I need to know it, but reverb zones is what they're called. If you listen on the Marsoc side how they sound like they're underwater, that's a reverb zone that they have there that's too high. And it doesn't really work very well at all. They're gonna have to do a real solution if they really want to solve it, and so far they haven't been willing to commit to that. Reinhardt says we suck at capping. Not White Fang though. Not White Fang. Reinhardt is pushing very aggressively up center here. He should run into Speckhell or Dazzler any moment now. Dazzler probably sees him. White Fang has got his back on the side here. Speckhell probably heard him move up.
Hey, there's one guy on the left. Are you guys doing our strat?
Reinhardt's
they call
upset.
They are trying to claim that strat, Reinhardt. That's
White
a
Fang
big
takes
call.
Dazzler through the
Oh god,
window.
he's got a team kill with the frag.
Oh, Speckhell takes out JT, and White Fang gets a nice confirm, just rushes in, puts his bullet through his face. He can shoot through this glass now? I've played this map so little. White Fang is already on objective on the outside. He's got his tablet out. He's tapping through the wall.
Very quick.
White Fang knows what he wants to do. Stoney takes out Reinhardt.
I did not know you could cap from out there. Brilliant.
White Fang is teaching us all the cappings.
Yep. This is how much I play tanker.
Jeez, that's brutal for the defenders there.
I might have to repeat my comment. White Fang has really come along and made a great impression.
It's always good when you impress James, especially with your capping capabilities. It is definitely something we can all appreciate when you have a good capper on your team.
Like me a cap.
Nexus goes, damn, boy. I added the boy there for dramatic effect.
Fair enough.
White Fang also leading the charge on kills, 4-0, 1 cap as well. What a beast.
Ooh, we've had a drop. Looks like it's the expected person to drop, the one with the internet who's having problems.
Just want to say that uploading this video is going to take like 500 years for me. It's going to be so big. White Fang, the cap captain.
Two caps in a match is always a golden standard to try to achieve. 2 caps on a map. Woo! If you can do that, oh yeah.
What about 3 caps when the game bugs out and takes away your points? Huh? I was actually playing, oh, they're starting with 4. I was playing a match on or a comp lobby with a low amount of players on cargo. It was 2v3, and I killed all the enemy players in the first 10 seconds, and it reset the round. It was really, really sad, and took away my kills too.
Just being a mean comp player. A mean league player.
Kazni is pre-firing through this crack here, trying to catch anybody rushing down the middle. Doesn't quite connect with anybody. I don't like this objective.
I am not a fan.
Stony looks like he was trying to go knife Reinhardt. Kazni's ready. He is currently trying to just catch him with a lucky pre-fire. Bracer is taking shots. I think it was at D. Bagans? Reinhardt looking at the door? I'm not sure.
Yeah. D-Baggins was underneath. He's gone back underneath. He
Stony
needs to
gets
commit to that
Kesney.
flank if he's going to go for it. He's pushing up a lot, but not going for the flank.
Kesney was really out there. Reinhardt decides to run out trades with Stony. JT takes out one shot. The defense is holding. The West Coast Riders only started with 4. Have 2 players up. Dazzler being really cautious. Same with Bracer on opposite sides of the ship. You got to start worrying about people flanking behind them at this point. But it looks like the defenders are choosing not to do that. Dazzler
They've let him
gets a
get
pick on
behind them.
JT. He is now in their back line.
They
He
got
could
too
go
distracted
through
on the
the
left side.
Yeah, he could
Port
go through
side, sorry.
this. He could go through the side building. He could go behind the outside here. He could drop underground and come up around him. He has a lot of options here. Decides to take the
White
building.
decided to go off objective. This is an interesting call when you
I
know that
don't-
there's one right on
Well,
the
he got
like this.
Bracer. Dazzler is on objective. Tablet out. D-Bagans came out just in time to stop him, though. Ballsy move for Dazzler.
Dazzler just looked to get that pick on Baggins first. There could have been a cap. White Fang was
Panda
quite far.
takes it, and that's 4-0. Risky, risk reward. That was the definition of that cap attempt.
White Fang survives the map. I love a good map survival. We had a map survival on the last one, and we had one on this too.
With a cap, too. Just crazy stuff.
I think Reinhardt did a map survival with 8 kills.
He did,
And,
yeah, on cargo. Looks like that'll be the last map for today. Really interesting matches there. A lot of back and forth, especially on the beginner, or not the beginner, but the first maps played. Quarantine, Downfall. It was a treat to watch. I'm glad we were able to cast this. Do you have any parting thoughts or any comments?
No, I think this is definitely one which would be good for both teams to look back on. I think there's some learnings they can take from it. There were some opportunities which were missed a little bit, maybe through a little bit of lack of communication in critical situations. Time management, we noticed that time management, especially on quarantine, was definitely a theme, or lack of time management, I should say. It's going to be hard. Quarantine with 5 minutes is incredibly hard. Yeah. No, it was a good match. Good to watch. Good to cast. Thanks for letting us.
Yeah, and I've watched West Coast Riders a couple rounds and casted a couple of those as well, and I think they're definitely improving. They are a brand new team, but they've definitely improved their strategies and their composition of moving across the map and working together. Still some work. I mean, everyone has work that there are things that they could work on. But it's definitely a team to watch out for in the future, especially as they just get more scrims under their belt. This tournament that was just announced by the mods, giving everyone a chance to get some league play. So I'm excited to see what comes out of that, and we should see a lot more casts too, assuming that the casters are going to be casting this tournament like a regular VRML.
We are definitely getting the casters on board. They're making sure they're lined up, and they're going to be testing out the latest builds and all that sort of stuff. So, yep, we should have good casts from the broader casting team. We'll make sure that we have it well advertised. We'll make sure that social media gives some updates, and we have something on the splash screen within Onward itself. Yeah.
That's excellent. Thank you guys on the mod team for putting this together, even if 1.8 is really difficult to work with competitively. At least we're getting something to
It's
play
getting
with,
there.
and yeah.
There's been some positive movements forward, and we've heard some positive things as well. So hopefully this tournament will give us something to work with in the interim, and then we'll be able to get back into league properly. Yeah, so sign-ups close on Sunday for the tournament. Make sure you sign up before
So
then.
sign up now. Don't forget. You might forget if you don't do it soon. Get your stuff together and sign up. Everyone should join. If you have any interest in the VRML, it is such a good experience. I hope to see you guys there. With that, I think we're going to sign off. I've been your main caster, Minorkid, with my co-caster, James Boak. Did you have a comment?
No, I don't know. I need to come up with a sign-off line apparently.
Don't mess it up.
All right, I'll get back to you on that one. TBD.
Okay, TBD. All right, everybody. It's been great. Have a great rest of your night here. Gonna go ahead and sign off here. And that's that.